Hey family, I'm grateful to be able to bring you once again another video about embracing the natural you. I've just finished washing my hair and hydrated it with some oils, argan oil, olive oil, coconut oil. Those are the oils, well, three of the oils that I would usually put into my locks. But today I'm not retwisting my hair. I'll actually be trimming it. I have some very thin ends, and this will happen over a period of time because constantly pulling on the locks would cause it to thin out, right? That's why sometimes you just need to let your locks free, let it be free. So I'm just gonna trim off some of the ends, and then I'll do some corkscrew and leave it like that. So I'll just be wearing my locks. See a lot of new growth. It's a lot of new growth. It's a lot of new growth, see? And I have a lot of loose hair. Kind of crazy, but I won't be doing anything to that. I'm just massaging the oils in. As you can see, my locks is still wet, but much of those ends need to be trimmed. Much of them. See that? Look terrible. So guys, I hope that you're staying well. Hope that you're living your best lives, enjoying it to the fullest, realizing you, self. You know, many people think that being selfish is a bad thing, but actually everything starts with self, right? So nothing is wrong with selfishness. You need to be selfish in order to find you. And if you don't study yourself, how would you find you? Okay? So be selfish. And I'll be right back to show you how I'm going to trim these ends, okay? All right. Okay, so I'm back. Just going to use the regular scissors, and I'm going to take each lock one at a time, and I'm just going to check to see how the ends are. See that? So you'll see that this is a bit thin, this is longer. I'm just gonna put them together so you kind of get them even and cut off. That's quite a bit, isn't it? Well, that's okay. It's gonna go back. So I'm gonna do that with them one at a time. See? See the ends thin? And cut it off. And I'm gonna do that until I'm through. Okay. Now, have you ever woken up saying, "This is it"? And I've been having those days like so often, but cutting my locks, cutting it off is out of the question. I know I can't do that. So many persons would be disappointed in me. Yeah, but my hair sometimes just makes me saddened. But sometimes we do different styles, we venture into different things, and we don't spend much time researching, you know, educating ourselves on what are the do's and the don'ts and what we have to do in order to keep it a certain way. Sometimes you see someone, their hair looks so wonderful, and it's like, I want mine to be just like that, not knowing some of the heartache that comes along with simple grooming of your hair, you know. But I had a feeling like I just want to get rid of my locks. And my intuition guided me otherwise. Because I did like today, I wouldn't have had these here to trim. Yeah. So I've done my research. Yes, like many things, our hair has different grades. Sounds crazy, right? But that's true. And just that we don't say the grade of your hair, we use the words like quality, your hair texture. But the correct terminology is the porosity. Yes, porosity. And there are three types. You have low, you have normal, and you have high porosity. So the low porosity hair is those hair type that seem unable to absorb nutrients, moisture, different oils that you will put into your hair, and still your hair will look like, this hasn't had anything. It's just thirsty, dry, right? The normal porosity is that hair type that everybody go crazy over. Your hair is always moisturized, looking just luscious. And I mean, we all can have that, but that's the type that everybody aim for. And then there is high porosity, where you nourish your hair. Like now, it looks all good, and then tomorrow it's like, what the just happened? It's like, where did the moisture go, so that's the high porosity type. And I think my hair is in that category for many reasons, because my hair just look good for one day, and the next day it's crazy, right? But knowing the porosity of your hair is relevant, because then you will be able to treat it, right, accordingly. You'll be able to nourish it and give it the right care. All right. And there are different ways in finding out your hair's porosity. There's the H2O test, where you take a strand of your hair and you drop it into a glass of water, right? If it sinks, if the hair goes down, I think that one is the low porosity. No, 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 no. Let me rewind. Yes, if the hair sinks, that's the normal or the high porosity. That means absorbing the water. If the hair stays on top, then it's low porosity. It's not mixing at all, right? So there's that test. Then there's a test where you spritz the water onto the hair, and if it absorbs, then you know that it's either normal or high. And if the water just stays on the hair like droplets, then you know that that's low porosity. But you can find out either ways. You can find out, and once you find out, you would apply the right things to your hair. Another thing too with hair care is that we tend to think that if we use heat in our hair, it's a good thing. Like, for example, you're washing your hair, you wash it with extremely hot water, but that in itself is not a good thing, because it strips the hair of the natural oils and nutrients. So I mean, you can wash with heat, but when you're conditioning, you use the cool water, because the cool water would help the hair to retain some of the oils. All right. and help it to retain some of the oil. So go easy on your hair, man, because it can wear you down. Trust me. Because you wake up and it's not looking the way you want to, you may just get the clip and just clip it all off. Now we don't want that, do we? Yes, so I'm getting these ends starting to look good, right? See that? Yes. Yeah, so hair needs a lot of work, just like any other discipline. You know, some people think, oh, you just wake up and brush your hair and it looks good. You need to do a lot more than just brushing. And try to research about hair care, research about keeping it natural, keeping it organic, you know, because that's the way it ought to be. Your hair is like your antenna, you know. Your hair is like your antenna transmitting signals. And some of you may not understand that, but that's exactly what it is. So take care of your hair, right? I know some persons prefer the manufactured products. That's okay if that's what you like, but then look for those that are not stripping your hair of the naturalness. All right? Try to avoid the synthetic ones. I know some of them are actually blended. You have organic and synthetic blends, but look for those that are gonna help your hair and not strip it. Okay? So in the next video we will talk about those synthetic hair products that are killing you, man. Literally. Because that's all they do. They mimic nature, but they mean no good. They do more harm than good. Okay? Yeah, so I'm about finish taking off some of these ends. And some of you may wonder, like, why do I need to do that? You know, but you get off those jagged ends and keep the hair looking a little bit more managed. Looks as though, hey, it's been cared for. To get rid of the fuzziness on my locks, what I do, I actually use a shaving stick and I would shave it off. But I haven't done that in a while because you have to be mindful though, because you can get too comfortable and then you may just shave some parts of the locks thinner than some, and then you will be suffering from thin locks. Okay, so I think I'm finished trimming those ends. See? Looks a lot better. Feels a lot better too. So I'm just gonna sit and corkscrew my locks, give it a rest from the retwisting all the time. And that's as much as I took out. See? I'm sure if I knit them together I can get a whole long locks. But that's okay. Oh yes. And if I continue to do that every time it starts to get thin at the end, I just trim until I get rid of all of this. But some of them are actually joined. I joined two, so I have that double end like this one here. Yeah, I have the double end. So if I keep trimming it, eventually I'll get rid of those double, and then even I'll have just one lock, right? You see they're actually, all of these were joined, and look how nice they have come. They're thick and nice. Yes. So I'll just show you how I'm going to corkscrew, and then when I'm finished corkscrewing, you will see how that look. Okay, when your lock is thick, you have to be mindful with the corkscrewing too, because you don't want to be pulling too heavily on one particular strand, because that too can cause the lock to thin, to stretch out. Alright, so you have to be mindful. Some areas of my hair are pretty soft, like here for example. I know here is not locked. If I cut here, I can actually comb it out, so I try not to pull too much on those soft areas. Like here again, here doesn't look as though it is locked. Actually, it's open. So let's get right into those corkscrews. Yes, so I'm trying to use free. I'm trying to use free. I'm using the comb to just get up the new growth, and then I'm twisting them around just to take care of that smoothness to the bottom. And I'm just gonna twirl and take them round and round until all the ends are neatly tucked away. Right? And because I've trimmed the ends here now, you know, I'll have some problems with those ends staying in place, because it's like they all have the same length now. Right? But hopefully I get them to stay. See? Done two so far. If they start to misbehave on twist, what I usually do is to put a rubber band, but I'm not too keen on rubber bands, because rubber bands too, when they're manufactured, they have chemicals on them, and those chemicals are not very friendly to our hair. Right? The rubber bands also make the locks thin. It thinning the locks. So at all costs I try to avoid them. If it's really and truly necessary, then I will use one just to hold those locks, those ends that are on twisting. Alright, so see what I'm doing? I have the three, and I'm just turning them around, and then it's like spiral, round and around. I put them up. I am twirling them so that they stay together. Then I go round and round until everybody's neatly tucked away. My hair is not completely dried, but when I'm finished, I will go out into the sun and get some sunlight, and that should take some of the moisture out of the hair. But with the oils and so on that I've added, it will help to keep my hair hydrated. Yes. So I take another three. Take another three. I'm trying to just brush up, use the comb to comb in some of those fuzzies, those new growth. So I have three here. Hold it close, get them in, and then just give it a nice spin. And then I go around from the bottom, and I go around again, like spiral staircase. Round. And then I'm gonna tuck the ends on the, it should stay. What I find sometimes when I do that, because the hair is a bit damp, when it dries, it gets so tight. Sometimes it gets so tight that I have to untwist them, you know. And then when it's time to sleep, you can't lay down on these things. I know some people would depending on your sleeping position, these corkscrew can become problematic. They can be very problematic. And some of the locks are big too. So I'm trying to make them as neat as possible. So I get in the new growth, and then I twist all of them together. My hair can also Sometimes my hair feels as though it's a weapon. As though it's gonna cut into my skin. My fingers, they get weary. Alright, that looks good, doesn't it? Yeah, so I'm gonna finish up and then I'll be right back to show you the end results, okay? Alright, so I'm at the final one. And see how, let's try to get these up. Pull them up, pull them up, pull them up. And this is quite an attractive hairstyle. And it does not take much. It doesn't take much at all. It's just the if you can sleep in it. Yes, let me get them in. And then under. See that one there? Right. So there goes my corkscrews. Tell me, what do you find? Okay. You like my hairdo? And the info that I've shared, you know, just leave a comment below. And if you're gonna try corkscrewing, seagull spiral, this sends a message. Yes, it does. Yes, so try my corkscrew. And if you need any more tips on this, just message me. Okay, so until another video, stay well, stay safe. Peace and love. Bless.